Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a rather interesting topic on the table. Is Starfield a Star Citizen killer? I've seen this question being asked online and I have to say it got me thinking. Like me, you might initially jump to the conclusion that these games aren't really comparable due to a number of factors, including their different subgenres, with Star Citizen being an online persistent space sim and Starfield being a single-player space RPG, and besides, neither game is actually out yet, so we can't really make a judgment on this fully. However, while they are indeed different games with different subgenres, there is significant shared ground. They are both crafted with the aim to make you feel as if you're living amongst the stars. So it's valid to ask whether Starfield can better fulfill this dream of star-bound living than Star Citizen. So let's dive in and discover which one scratches that itch of living in the stars better. Each game carries a distinctive setting and offers its own unique mechanics. Starfield, set in the year 2330, focuses on delivering a sense of NASA-like realism and authenticity. The aim for Starfield is to be an open-world RPG set in space, allowing you to create your own character, whether you're an experienced explorer, a diplomatic charmer, or a stealthy cyber runner. The game is about defining your personal journey. One of the key highlights is the ability to explore over 1,000 planets, each with its unique attributes. The ship customization and command features, as well as the crafting system that lets you utilize planetary resources, are a testament to Starfield's depth and ambition. The addition of base building only adds to the multitude of choices you have as a player. What particularly stands out to me is the sense of personal ownership and flexibility in Starfield. The fact that you can modify your ship, manage your crew, build bases on planets, and even take part in high-stake dogfights provides a layered and personalised gaming experience. Starfield seems to blend the best of Bethesda's RPG expertise with the thrill of space exploration. In contrast, Star Citizen is a combination of space simulation, a first-person shooter, and a massively multiplayer online game, focusing on creating an immersive and highly detailed space simulation. The persistent universe offers freedom to engage in various activities like trading, bounty hunting, mining, and missions. Your character can freely traverse the length of your ship, flying both in space and in atmospheres, and explore procedurally generated planets with distinct biomes. The level of detail in Star Citizen is truly extraordinary. However, it's the persistent universe that takes the cake. However, the single-player story campaign alongside Star Citizen is called Squadron 42, which perhaps would be a better game to compare to Starfield. However, its continuous delays raise questions about its final delivery. In my personal view, both games bring a lot to the table here. I respect Star Citizen for its immense ambition and its persistence in trying to create a fully realised living universe. Meanwhile, I find Starfield's blend of RPG elements, space exploration intriguing. It focuses on individual player stories, and its base building and crafting systems are elements that make it stand out. It's a game that merges Bethesda's strengths in open world RPGs with the fascination of space. At the end of the day, your preference between Starfield and Star Citizen may come down to what you value more in a game. Both games have their distinct appeal, and it will be interesting to see how they evolve and impact the space genre. When it comes to exploration, both Star Citizen and Starfield offer enticing universes for players to explore. In its current state, Star Citizen exclusively focuses on the Stanton system, which is unique in being entirely owned by different corporations. These corporations, Hurston Dynamics, Arc Corp, Crusader Industries, and Microtech, each govern a planet, creating a variety of unique environments and cultures. Hurston, a planet overexploited by its owning weapons manufacturer, presents a variety of biomes that bear the marks of heavy industry. Arc Corp, on the other hand, is a testament to urban sprawl, with a planet-wide city reminiscent of Coruscant from Star Wars. Crusader offers a glimpse into a world dominated by a ship manufacturer featuring Orison, a floating city above a gas giant. Lastly, Microtech, owned by a tech company, is a cold, icy planet with a high-tech, futuristic cityscape. Each of these planets offers a unique blend of environments and cultures, adding to the overall diversity of the Stanton system. Star Citizen's approach, while ambitious, does provide an incredible sense of depth and detail in its currently available system. The game does plan to incorporate as many as 100 unique star systems, each with its own distinct characteristics and lore. However, the development of these systems is contingent on several factors, such as the completion of the Stanton system, which I believe is now complete, and other technological improvements, particularly in regards to the underlying tech that supports the persistent shared universe. Thus, while Star Citizen promises an expansive universe, it's currently operating on a much smaller scale. In contrast, Starfield is going the route of a more handcrafted universe, with over 1,000 planets, each one meticulously designed through advanced procedural generation, so that Starfield promises a unique and more curated experience for every world you encounter. Although Starfield's universe may not match the intended scale of Star Citizen, the deliberate design of each planet suggests a level of narrative and visual design that may lead to more memorable and immersive experiences. Personally, I find something truly compelling about the idea of exploring a world designed with intention and filled with thoughtfully created points of interest, even if those points of interest are spawned randomly. In terms of story, Star Citizen and Starfield again take divergent routes. Star Citizen really is a sandbox where the players themselves create immersive storylines, and for a more handcrafted experience, players will need to wait for Squadron 42. On the other hand, Starfield is focused on delivering a profound single-player RPG experience. Given Bethesda's track record with games like the Elder Scrolls and Fallout series, it's reasonable to expect a deep, engaging story full of complex characters and moral dilemmas. I am personally excited to see how Bethesda will weave a compelling narrative into this grand space adventure. In conclusion, while both games promise intriguing exploration and narrative experiences, your preference may depend on what you're looking for. If you're attracted to a sandbox open world MMO-like game, Star Citizen might be your pick, albeit within the confines of its currently available system, Stanton. If you value a carefully crafted universe with deep, engaging storytelling, then Starfield could be your space adventure of choice. Either way, both games have much to offer and will undoubtedly provide players with captivating journeys among the stars. The quality and style of visuals in a game can greatly influence the player's immersion, and both Starfield and Star Citizen have made significant strides in this area. These games utilise advanced graphic technologies to create breathtaking visuals that can captivate and immerse players in their expansive universes. Starfield utilises the Creation Engine 2, the latest iteration of Bethesda's in-house game engine. The new game engine promises numerous upgrades, including highly detailed, realistic textures, vastly improved lighting and rendering, and procedural generation techniques for creating the game's large, explorable planets. From the snippets of Starfield we've seen so far, the graphics look really impressive, with a clean, bright aesthetic that seems to capture the vastness and mystery of space. On the other hand, Star Citizen uses a highly modified version of the CryEngine. This engine was specifically altered to suit the needs of Star Citizen, with the ability to handle the seamless transition from space to planetary environments, complex physics for space and atmospheric flight, and the rendering of detailed interiors and exteriors for spaceships and space stations. Star Citizen's graphics are also top-notch, with meticulous attention to detail evident in the intricate ship designs, realistic character models, and breathtaking planetary landscapes and weather systems. The game aims for a high level of visual fidelity and realism, and the results, especially considering it's an online shared universe, are quite astonishing. However, it is worth noting that Star Citizen's performance is currently far from optimal. Despite its breathtaking visuals and groundbreaking underlying tech that powers the game, Star Citizen is known to struggle with performance issues, particularly in populated areas where frame rates can drop to the mid-20s, even on high-end hardware. This is an important factor to consider if smooth gameplay is a priority for you. Personally, I'm drawn to both styles for different reasons. Starfield's visuals, powered by the Creation Engine 2, offer a captivating blend of realism and artistic style, which could potentially provide a more whimsical exploration experience. Star Citizen, on the other hand, pushes for an unprecedented level of visual realism, which lends a sense of tangible authenticity to its universe. The attention to detail is simply mind-boggling, from the wear and tear on spaceships to the breathtaking vistas of its planets. The dedication to creating a visually believable universe is commendable and can truly enhance the immersive experience. So then, the visual aesthetic of these games might be a determining factor in your preference. If you're more attracted to a balance of realistic and stylized visuals, Starfield could be more appealing. However, if you lean towards hyper-realistic graphics and remarkable attention to detail, then Star Citizen might be more up your alley. Either way, both games represent significant achievements in game design and graphics technology. Yet always with gaming, the balance between aesthetic appeal and performance is a key factor, and currently Starfield might have the upper hand in that area. The business models that video games adopt can significantly influence the player's experience and the ongoing development of the games. Both Starfield and Star Citizen have taken different paths in this regard, each with its own strengths and potential drawbacks. Star Citizen has adopted a unique crowdfunding model that has allowed it to secure unprecedented amounts of funding, resulting in a game with an ambitious scope and massive content. The game's development has been primarily funded through the sale of in-game ships and packages. The ability to buy ships of varying sizes and capabilities has drawn both praise and criticism. On the one hand, it allows players to support the game's ongoing development while gaining early access to diverse spacecraft. However, it has also led to criticisms of pay-to-win scenarios, where players with deeper pockets can potentially gain an advantage by purchasing more powerful or versatile ships. It's also important to note that Star Citizen is still in an active development stage, and despite being playable, it's far from finished. This has led to some controversy over its monetization practices, as players are essentially paying for access to a game that's still in development, with no definitive release date in sight. In contrast, Starfield is following a more traditional retail model, with a one-time purchase granting access to the full game upon release. However, we should be prepared for additional monetization through DLCs and expansions, one of which has already been announced. Personally, I tend to favour the traditional model as it provides more certainty and fairness for the gamer, especially for those who want a complete and polished game upon purchase. Starfield's model is straightforward and does not create a potential disparity between players based on their ability or willingness to invest additional money into the game post-purchase. So then, your preference may come down to what kind of investment you're willing to make and what kind of experience you're looking for. If you prefer a more traditional, polished and complete gaming experience at the time of purchase, Starfield's model might be more appealing. On the other hand, if you're intrigued by the idea of directly supporting and being part of a game's development process and don't mind a more unpredictable and evolving experience, you might find Star Citizen's model more compelling. So to finish up here, it's essential to acknowledge that these are both ambitious projects, each with its unique strengths and vision. The differences in development style, gameplay mechanics, and narrative approaches make them distinct experiences that appeal to different types of gamers. Star Citizen's promise of a dynamic, player-driven universe with a level of detail and freedom seldom seen in video games is highly appealing. If it can realise its potential, it would be a monumental achievement in gaming. However, the game's protracted development, complicated by its ambition and scale, may be off-putting for some players, particularly those seeking a more immediately gratifying and polished gaming experience. On the other hand, Starfield, with Bethesda's solid pedigree in creating rich single-player RPGs, promises an expansive, finely crafted universe for players to explore and make their own. The more traditional development approach may reassure players that the game will offer a complete, polished experience upon release, even if it lacks the interactive, online, continuously evolving nature of Star Citizen's universe as it works its way through development. From my perspective, the notion of one game killing the other seems a bit overblown. Each game is targeting a slightly different audience and providing different experiences. A living, evolving universe in Star Citizen and a deep, narrative-driven, single-player space RPG in Starfield. Both can coexist and thrive within their respective lanes. In fact, I believe the competition between these games can only enrich the gaming landscape. So, no matter which game you're most excited about, remember that the real winner here is us, the gamers, who get to experience these exciting new frontiers in gaming. But it's also worth noting that the path to their respective releases is part of the journey. So whether you're charting the unknown in Star Citizen or looking forward to unravelling mysteries in Starfield, just enjoy the journey. After all, as they say in space travel, it's about the journey, not the destination. And that's all for today's video. If you have enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.